John chapter 5. Later on, the Jews were celebrating another feast, and Yeshua went up to Jerusalem. There was a place in Jerusalem for immersing called Bethesda. In Hebrew, it has 5 covered porches. A large number of sick, blind, lame, and debilitated people were lying under them, waiting for the water to move. From time to time, an angel would go down into the pool and stir the water. The first one in after the water was stirred was healed of whatever disease he had. One man there had been an invalid for 38 years. Yeshua saw him lying there and knew that he had been afflicted for a long time. So he asked him, "Would you like to be healed?" The invalid said, "Yes, Master, but I don't have anyone to put me into the pool where the water is stirred. While I am trying to get there, someone else steps ahead of me." Yeshua told him, "Get up, pick up your cot, and walk." The man was instantly restored to perfect health. He got up, took his cot, and walked away. This happened on the Sabbath. The Jews told the man who had been healed, "It is the Sabbath. It's unlawful for you to carry your cot." But he told them, "The man who healed me told me, 'Pick up your cot and walk.'" They asked, "Who is this man who told you, 'Pick up your cot and walk'?" But the man who was healed didn't know who he was, because Yeshua had slipped away secretly into the large crowd that had gathered. A while later, Yeshua found him in the temple, and he told him, "Look, you are now healed, but don't sin again, because something worse than before will happen to you." The man left and told the Jews that it was Yeshua who had healed him. This is why the Jews began to persecute Yeshua, trying their best to kill him, because he was doing these things on the Sabbath. But Yeshua told them, "My Father is working right now, and so am I." This was why the Jews wanted to kill him all the more. Not only because he had broken the Sabbath, but because he said that Yehovah was his father, making himself Yehovah's equal. Yeshua told them, "I tell you with absolute certainty that the Son can do nothing by his own will. He can only do what he sees the Father doing. Whatever he sees the Father doing, the Son can do as well. The Father loves his Son and shows him everything that he does, and he'll show him greater works than these, so that you will be amazed. The Father raises the dead and gives them life again, so the Son also gives life to whoever he wants to. The Father doesn't judge anyone because he has delegated all judgment to the Son. So, everyone should honor the Son as he honors the Father. Anyone who doesn't honor the Son doesn't honor the Father who sent him. I tell you with absolute certainty that anyone who hears my word and believes in the one who sent me has eternal life. They won't come into condemnation, but have passed from death to life. I tell you with absolute certainty that the time is coming, and now is, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of Yehovah, and those who hear it will live. The Father has life in himself, so he has also enabled the Son to have life in himself in the same way. More importantly, he has also given him the authority to judge everyone because he is the human Son. Don't be amazed at this, because the time is coming when everyone in their graves will hear his voice and come out, those who have done good things to the resurrection, resulting in life, and those who have committed evil to the resurrection, resulting in condemnation. I can do nothing of my own will. I consider what is said, and I judge accordingly. My judgment is fair because I don't seek my own will, but the will of the one who sent me. If I were to give a testimony about myself, my testimony would be regarded as invalid. There is another who testifies about me, and I know his testimony about me is true. You were sent John the Immerser, and he verified the truth. I don't need to have human verification, but I am saying these things so that you can be rescued. He was a burning and shining lamp, and for a while you were willing to delight in his light. But I have a testimony that is greater than John's, because the works that my Father has allowed me to accomplish, these very works that I am doing, are the evidence that the Father has sent me. The Father who sent me has testified about me, but none of you have heard his voice or seen what he looks like. His word doesn't live in you because you refuse to believe in the one he sent. You search the Scriptures because you are of the opinion that there is eternal life in them for you. Yet those same Scriptures testify about me. You refuse to come to me so that you can have eternal life. I don't accept the praise of people, but I know you, and none of you have a loving relationship with Jehovah. I came in the name of my Father, and you rejected me. If someone else comes in their own name, you will welcome them. How is it possible for you to believe when you accept the praise from each other without pursuing the praise that only comes from Jehovah? Do you think that I'll accuse you before the Father? There is one who will accuse you, Moses himself, who you rely on. Yet, if you really believed Moses, you would also believe me, because Moses wrote about me. But if you don't believe his writings, how could you believe what I say?